20 different base builds that are extremely useful, including ones that let you get wood faster, and great storages, even shops, and other that you really must have, will be in this video, so you must make sure to watch until the end. For the first base build you will need those blueprints. But also get on the ship, buy a ticket, and then go to Link's Logics to buy those items. First place a smooth wall, then a small floor, and 2 tiny floors. Then 2 more smooth walls, and make another column. Now place hatches on both sides. And don't forget to connect each hatch with a separate wire. And connect them together. Now finally place 2 small floor blueprints, a laser, and a laser detector, and repeat the same on the other side. Then simply place an end gate, and connect the laser detectors to it, place a signal inverter, connect it to the end gate, and finally connect it to the hatches. And after destroying the small floor guide blueprints, you now have an automatic garage door. This is only the start of the video, there are more base builds coming later. Taking us to the next base build, you will need conveyors. In Link's Logics, buy those items. Then go to Fancy Furnishings to buy large glass panes, and now we can finally get to building. Place 2 conveyors leading into the sawmill, then place 7 tilted conveyors leading out of the sawmill, and then place switch conveyors with 2 conveyors in between. Then place a large glass pane aligned with the switch conveyor and move it 4 studs out. Then make a line of large glass panes and place 4 lines of 2 glass panes. And finally place another line. After place a wood detector and a signal sustain under it with the arrow pointing down, place another one and set their durations to maximum. And connect it to the switch conveyor with a wire. Then build the same mechanism on other switch conveyors. Finally place pieces of selected wood in the wood detectors, and the auto sorter can now automatically separate wood into storage boxes, which is very useful, so make sure to subscribe. The previous 2 builds will be more useful. With the third build, you will need those blueprints, filled up with walnut wood. Also large floors filled up with oak wood, and wires. Place 2 smooth walls and 2 small floors on top, then place 2 short smooth walls, and add wedges under the walls. Then place 2 smooth walls at the top and bottom, then put 2 smooth walls, 2 small floors, short smooth wall and wedges, and also place 2 large floors. Finally add 2 more wedges and a wire. After building the same on the other side, you will have the wall. And while I only showed you how to build a corner, you can build it all around your base, because this is the best design, and people can't jump over it. I will be showing you the best 3 sawmill setups, ranging from the simplest one to the most advanced one. The first sawmill setup is the beginner sawmill setup, that lets you unload your car with ease, and automatically load your car. And it only costs $400. The materials that you will need are 2 straight conveyors, 2 tilted conveyors, and 1 funnel conveyor. It's very easy to build. Just place 2 wall blueprints like this, and place the sawmill on top of them. You can use any sawmill you want. Then place your straight conveyor and a funnel conveyor. And finally place another straight conveyor here, and 2 tilted conveyors. And place your car spawner under the conveyors by rotating it. And that's it. Now after you unloaded your car, quickly respawn it, and it will get loaded automatically. For more comfort, you can have 2 cars. The second sawmill setup is the advanced sawmill setup. It includes an auto unloader and a car loader. The materials are 4 straight conveyors and 4 tilted conveyors. And you will also need 8 1/4x1 wedges and 4 smooth walls. To build it, start off by placing a tilted conveyor and 3 straight conveyors. Then place your smooth walls here. Then make the ramp out of wedges. And finally place a straight conveyor and 3 tilted conveyors. Like before, turn the car under the conveyors. And that's it. Now when you drive up the ramp, respawn your car, all of the wood will get loaded in your car. So I will now show you the most efficient sawmill setup, the professional sawmill setup. It includes a big and efficient auto unloader, a wood storage, and a car loader. You can choose yourself for where the wood should go, in the storage, or in your car. You will need lots of materials, 9 straight conveyors, 19 tilted conveyors, 1 straight conveyor switch right, 1 tight turn conveyor, 1 button, 5 wires, and 1 funnel conveyor. Then go in fancy furnishings and buy 8 large glass panes. You will also need 21/4 wedges. So after you've got all the materials, let's start building. Start off by placing 7 straight conveyors leading into your sawmill. Then you'll need to build the ramp. You can place 2 smooth walls and 1 short smooth wall to help you place the wedges. You can later delete the guiding blueprints. Then place 8 tilted conveyors on the sides. Also make sure the conveyors have the right direction. Then place a switch conveyor for tilted conveyors and a funnel conveyor. Then rotate the car spawner under the conveyors. And put 2 straight conveyors, 1 turn conveyor, and place 7 tilted conveyors. Then make the wood storage box out of glass panes. Then finally place your button and connect it with your car spawner with wires. Once you push the button, your car should respawn. So you have to drive up, push the button, and then choose where you want the wood to go. The next build is the axe shelf that keeps your axes in a secure place, protected from players. The materials you will need to build the axe shelf are 4 smooth walls, 4 posts, 4 2/4 wedges, and then go to fancy furnishings and buy 10 glass panes. After you collected all the materials, let's start building. First place 2 smooth walls next to each other, and 2 more on top. Then place 4 posts on the edge of the smooth walls, and 4 wedges behind. Then finally cover the shelf with glass panes, place them so they don't touch the smooth walls, like so. Now the axe shelf is done. In order to place axes inside it, move the glass pane, place the axe, and then quit. The next extremely cool base that I will show you is the shop base. During each Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, new limited items come out, and after they go off sale, you can sell them to players for a massive profit. To attract buyers, of course, you have to build a shop, and I will also show you how to build a simple and comfortable storage to let you restock your shop and maximize selling efficiency. Starting with the shop, you will need 72 1/4 cherry wedges, 18 cherry large tiles, 4 cherry thin smooth walls, 4 cherry smooth walls, 12 cherry posts, 19 large oak tiles, 15 elm large tiles, and 2 elm small tiles. To fill up the blueprints you will need 784 cherry wood units, 92 elm wood units, and 114 oak wood units, which is the average of 6 cherry trees, for oak trees, and 1 elm wood trunk. That might seem like a lot of wood, but if you use the previous sawmill base you will get the blueprints in no time. Also buy 2 large glass panes, 2 glass doors, then 14 neon wires of whatever color, 7 white neon wires, and 1 lever. You can also get 4 of any item you want to decorate. Now we can start building. First place all your large elm tiles into a 3x5 platform. Then place 2 large oak tiles on the both sides. In the gap place 2 glass doors facing against each other. Then you will need to place a large oak tile by turning it. It should look like this. And even if you have difficulties and don't get to place it correctly, and it looks like this, you can just leave it like that, it doesn't matter. Then place 2 more large oak tiles, and once you're done, repeat what we did, but on the other side. Now at the back of the platform, place a large oak tile with the turning glitch, the same on the other side. Then finally place a large glass pane, another large oak tile, and another large glass pane. We're now done with the difficult part. Then take your large cherry tile, and place it here, for studs out. Then place a whole line of large cherry tiles. Like before, place down some guiding large tiles and continue building the roof. After place a 1/4 cherry wedge, and 5 more higher, so there are 6 wedges in total. Then place 6 wedges going down. Then keep placing wedges next to them, until you're done with the roof. The roof should look like this in the end. You still might notice that there is a massive hole. To patch it you will need to place a post, a thin smooth wall, another post, then 2 normal smooth walls, 2 posts on top, then finally a thin smooth wall, and 2 posts. Then simply repeat the same on the other side. Once you're done with the roof, you can still see that the interior of the shop is extremely dark. To fix this, first place a lever 5 studs away from the entrance. Then switch the lever on, and starting from the lever output, place all your white neon wires around the shop. When you finished placing wires, the shop should look like this. Of course, write the word shop with neon wires. Then you can place 2 small elm tiles, and place 2 items on them. With your remaining neon wires write the phrase cheap items on the roof. And also add 2 items. As you can see, our shop is already amazing. Now we can get to the most important part, the shelving. The materials you will need to build the shelves, start them from the loose item box or 6 cherry floors and 3 wires, and to build the axe shelf you need 4 2/4 oak wedges, 2 oak smooth walls, 4 oak posts, 2 cherry smooth walls, and 3 wires. Then to build the large item shelf you need 2 large oak tiles and 6 wires. Finally to build the 2 table shelves you need 4 long oak tables, and 6 wires. Just in case you didn't know, wires are at Wood R Us. To build the loose item box, place 6 cherry floors in a form of a rectangular box. Then fill it up with any small loose item you want. And write the price with wire. To build the axe shelf, place 2 cherry smooth walls, then 2 oak smooth walls on top, then place your 2/4 oak wedges at the back of the smooth walls, Also I used a guiding blueprint and oak posts. Then place the axes that you want to sell, and write the price. To build the large item shelf, first temporarily move the white neon wire here, then place a large oak tile, and another one 4 studs away from the ceiling. After place the neon wire back. Then you can place some large items on it, like the big turkey, and the sleigh spawner, though I had to move and quit the large tile to fit it. Then of course write the price. Now the final shelves, the table shelves, just place 2 tables on top of each other 2 times. Then place all your medium-sized items on the shelves, and write the prices under. Now finally the storage cabins. To build one of them, you will need 4 large oak tiles, 8 small oak tiles, and 1 oak basic door. First place 4 oak large tiles in a form of a cube. Then place 4 small oak tiles on both sides. And finally place your door in the gap. You can build as many of these storage cabins as you want, but I built 2. And finally you can join my Discord server, and make a post in the trading channel to sell your items quicker. The storage for special wood. To make 1 storage box, you will need 2 large tiles filled with the wood you chose. Then go to Fancy Furnishings and buy 2 large glass panes. Then travel to Link's Logics again, and buy a lever, 2 neon wires of the color of the chosen wood, for example orange if you chose spook wood, yellow if you chose snowblow wood, etc. To build it, form a box by placing a large glass pane, 2 large tiles from selected wood, and another glass pane. After place a lever right next to a large tile, switch it on, and then place a neon wire around where the lever output is. Go around the walls of the box. Then finally fill it up with wood. You can build as many boxes as you want, but I built 3, for snowblow wood, blue spruce wood, and spook wood. And because there are neon wires, the boxes look pretty colorful during the night. You will be more efficient with the 3 mega trucks that have their own crazy features, making them much more useful than an average truck. So starting with the first one, for this one you will need a short smooth wall stub, a button, and car spawners. To build this mega truck, first place a large floor behind your truck spawner, 1 stud away, and a tiny floor right on top of it, then place down your trailer spawner right here, so that it is aligned with the blueprints we placed previously, and then place a button right on the spawn button of the truck, then place 2 small floors on top, and the short smooth wall stub. Then all you have to do is to spawn the truck with the button, quickly spawn the trailer, and after you're done you should be able to simply drive out. And what I just made is the vault truck, and it is a ton useful because you can open the tailgate and your car will open, so you can place any wood inside of it, then after closing it, it's fully secure and wood is not able to fall out, and just imagine how helpful can that be when driving off cliffs, or just taking sharp turns, much better than the average truck, so subscribe to the channel. Moving on to the next truck, for this one you'll need those items, and car spawners. First place down 2 large floors around your truck spawner, and add 1 more on each side, then place large floors, 1 stud out, like so, same on the other side, and add a large tile, on both sides. Then add 3 tiny tiles on the front. Then place down your trailer spawners aligned with the tiny floors, using the guiding blueprints as a support. Then finally place a button on the truck spawner, and connect it to the trailer spawners with wires. After pressing the button you will spawn the mega truck, and while you will most likely not be able to drive it, all you have to do is to reload your slot, and then you can finally drive your own mega truck. This one is extremely useful because it can fit almost 3 times more wood than an average truck, which lets you earn more money or just get tons of wood for building. Wood doesn't fall out of it, and this truck is truly useful, and you must build it. By the way, the previous 2 trucks were designed by the Roblox user Gullible Prociller1, so thanks to him. Finally, the last truck is somewhat tricky, because the materials that you will need for it is those items, and 2 ATV spawners. ATV spawners come in gifts that look like this, but if you don't have some, then just go on my Discord server, and make a post, saying that you want to buy an ATV spawner or gift, expect it to be worth from 80 to 100,000, and then see if you can trade with players to get one. That out of the way, to build it, place a ATV spawner vertically, and another one as close as possible next to it, and then place a button, and connect it to the both ATV spawners. After pressing the button you will get this double ATV, and then I recommend to move one spawner, and place the ATV hopper in your truck, so you can transport it to your desired location, then take it out of your truck, and in order to sit you will have to go to first person, and then when you got it, start spam grabbing the ATV. This vehicle's special ability is to jump very high, which can be helpful. Let's see how far can it go. Wow, I ended up in the tropics. I'm now in the swamp. Thanks to Jesty for inventing this. Now let's finally get to the wood hunting base. During events such as Christmas and Halloween, you can obtain special wood. You can obtain special wood, and then sell it to players for a lot of money, or use it for building. But those kind of woods are extremely rare and spawn randomly on the map, so to get as many of them as possible you should make an observation tower. You will only need 40 thin smooth walls, that I recommend filling up with elmwood because it's easy to obtain in big amounts. And of course, to build it you will not need ladder, just reset your character, and place a thin smooth wall right behind where you spawned, and then place a real thin smooth wall in front it. After you reset your character again, you should spawn on top of it. Then keep placing thin smooth walls, and when you can no longer reach the top, start piling up the smooth walls on top of the tower, then reset and keep building. So then each time you reset, you will spawn on top of the tower, and then you can look around the map for special trees. And of course if you will get a special tree, you want to turn it into planks as fast as possible to not waste any time, and this is why you should make this sawmill setup, that has the most efficient auto unloader, and even a sorting system that separates blue spruce from spook wood. To make it of course you will need to make the most efficient auto unloader. The link to the tutorial is in the description, and then to make the system you'll need the following. First, buy 7 tilted conveyors, 2 tight turn conveyors, 2 straight conveyors, and 1 straight conveyor switch right. Then go to Links Logics to buy 1 wood detector, 2 signal sustains, and 1 wire. Then finally buy 14 large glass panes. First place a floor blueprint, and your tight turn conveyor on it, and then another floor and your tilted conveyor on top of it. Then place the rest of your tilted conveyors going up. Then place your straight conveyor switch right, your wood detector over here, your signal sustain so that its input touches the wood detector's output and so the arrow is pointing down. Then place another signal sustain under, set both signal sustains durations to maximum, and connect the downer signal sustains output to the switch conveyors button. Finally place a small piece of blue spruce in the wood detector. You can test it by running a piece of blue spruce through the conveyors. Then place 2 straight conveyors and 1 tight turn conveyor. Then place your glass pane aligned with the switch conveyor, and then move it 4 studs away. Then build a 2x2 glass box. You might notice some weird spaces between the glass panes, but don't worry, it's absolutely normal. Then finally make the second box. Now you're finally done. Now blue spruce and spook wood will go to their own storage boxes. So if you like this guide, congrats, because you can find much more videos like that on my channel. Check it out.